What's up, guys? Today we have count them, 9 museum grade insect pieces that have sold and found a new home. So without further ado, let's check out these pieces. The first one on the list is a beautiful piece of yellow amber with a mosquito right inside the middle. That is very good placement of a mosquito. Dominican amber that we're looking at is 20 million years old and it's flat on the back, so it's a cab. That's a good mosquito, full body inclusion, relatively clear, pretty good. I'd give it like an A minus, not bad. You're going up here. Piece number 2, this one's a freaking whopper. That's a big leaf right there. That's a giant leaf inside of the amber. Fossilized quite well. You can see the distinctive leaf shape and everything. And then around it, there's a swarm of wood-boring beetles. These beetles ate into the tree that produced the amber, and so the tree produced the amber as a response to stop the beetles, and that's why we see them very frequently get caught up in amber. And then here's this under a UV light. You might see some flow lines, but it's pretty bright in here, so the flow lines won't show it too well. Oh yeah, that helps. Do that again. And then so like here's some flow lines. We're gonna go on to the next piece. Piece number 3, very large insect from Myanmar. This is now amber from Myanmar, which is from the time of the dinosaurs, 100 million years old. Not always as pretty as Dominican amber, but chocked full of insects from the dinosaur age, so by far the most scientifically interesting one. This insect, unidentified, very large. That's a huge insect in amber. Medium clarity, hard to identify what he is, so we give this guy like a B+, but he's an excellent piece. Piece number 3, we're going back to the Dominican Republic. This one has a moth. Oh, that is a beautiful moth. And then you see that white part right on the edge? He reached the surface of the amber and got partially sanded off, which is unfortunate, but it happens. And this is an amber slab from the Dominican Republic. Very full, once again, of little beetles. Like this guy here, it's in a slab, so you see the edges are the live edges there. Those are only partially sanded, and then where you see this brilliant sheen, that is fully sanded. Next piece up is a spider from Myanmar from the time of the dinosaurs. Spider right there, take a good look at that. Very long legs, probably a harvestman spider. B clarity because there's a little bit of stuff and detritus around him, so he might not be totally visible. But once again, all these guys are really museum grade, so this is like much better than your average piece of amber. They've all found a home. Back to the Dominican Republic amber with a very special piece. That's a flower petal. And that flower petal is from the tree that produced the amber itself. There's the little stem. There's a little flower petal and it's folded over on itself. This is called the algarrobo tree, or also known as Hymenaea protera. It produced the amber in the Dominican Republic. That is an excellent inclusion because normally flower petals don't preserve that well, but this one did pretty dang good. Next up, one of the best pieces of the lot, a gigantic ant from Myanmar. Full body, huge size, so that's a very good ant. He's not crystal clear, but Myanmar is not always as clear as Dominican, and Myanmar tends to produce insects like these that can be just a little bit less than perfectly clear, although Myanmar does also have its perfectly clear stuff. So this ant was troping around with the dinosaurs, and he might be, like he's gigantic. I don't know his modern day equivalent species, so we don't know if he's extinct or not. Last 2 pieces of our Magic 9, a stingless bee from the Dominican Republic. There's a little bee, look at his little antenna, what a little cutie. Little beetle friend over there, they got trapped together. Stingless bees lived amongst the algarrobo tree, and they used the fresh resin to make their hives. So they would often send the old stingless bees to go collect the resin, and they would often get stuck and therefore trapped forever in amber, which is why we have a lot of stingless bees. And then last but not least, we've got ourselves an amber anhydro. The water and air inside of a bubble. A little bit hard to show on camera, but I got you guys. Watch, the bubble moves. You see that? That is water from 20 million years ago. Trapped in amber from the Dominican Republic. If you like this stuff, follow for more. We're going to be examining all sorts of amber, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments because we're answering the questions of our followers. Thanks a lot. See you next time.